You guys know him from some of his restaurants, Dia de los Puercos. Rick Garcia El Chefe.
Ciao.
What's up, man?
What's happening, brother? Thanks for having me on here.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm just returning the favor, man. I'm just returning the gratitude and the love, A lot of people don't know that, I was featured in your restaurant, some of my artwork.
Simon.
And
thank you for doing that too. I mean, there's no repayment necessary, but I'm honored to be on here. I wish Nicole could be here, but she woke up a little under the weather with a really bad headache, so she's here in spirit and sends her thanks for the invite.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I was expecting her, and I'm sorry she's not feeling well.
Yeah, we'll get it taken care of though.
Well, we'll do another one, and we'll take Robert's advice. Mr. Ramplas and Viklas, and we'll do it at the restaurant.
Yeah, one of the cruise nights or something. So
yeah, for sure. We'll get a whole group in there. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So how was it? How was it your drive out here, man? I know it's a little bit of a mission.
It was good. I didn't hit much traffic. Listened to some music on the way down here, which is always soothing. And got in. Quick phone call with one of my mentors, Jaime Espinosa from Project Hope.
Oh, okay.
He talked a little with me, and we do every morning. You got a prayer in and kick the day off, and that's it.
I love that, man. What a great way to start your day.
Absolutely.
Positivity and some reassurance and some love.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's kind of like what I want to do on the show here, man. I really want to try and do that as much as I can. Just spread that positive reinforcement and love.
I see it. You set the tempo, man. You got the drinks ready. You got gum for those who got bad breath and water, and you got it all set up, man. You got the nice setup here.
I appreciate that, man. How do you like that beer? That's
this beer's good. It's Belching Beaver.
Yeah.
Deftones.
You said you've had it in one of your restaurants?
We had the Phantom Bride.
Oh, that's their most popular.
We had that one, and then we had the peanut butter.
Another one of their really popular ones.
Yeah, we paired that with the Hog Pocket.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was good.
That's dope.
Really good. Yeah,
that's dope.
So yeah, Belching Beaver doing their thing. Props. We had them. We had a couple of kegs in Pomona as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So when we did the Phantom Bride was the first time it came out, and that was in West Covina.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's a good beer, really good beer. And
yeah,
I'm enjoying
definitely.
This one, Mexican lager with lime.
Yeah,
really
that's one of their collaboration beers with the Deftones.
Dia de los Deftones. Oh, we're going to have to talk Deftones.
Oh, shit. Deftones, Dia de los Puercos.
Beautiful can.
It is a beautiful can.
Yeah.
I love the artwork on the cans.
Nice, very nice.
Are you a craft beer? Do you get into craft beer? Are you more of a Mexican beer or American beer or what?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing the keto thing right now.
Cool.
Type 2 diabetic.
Oh,
So
I
I tried last year. I did plant-based. Couldn't regulate my sugar levels because I was filling up on carbs. And carbs turn into sugars.
Tortillas,
processed carbs, especially.
Yeah.
So right now I'm on a Michelob Ultra kick, but I'm breaking it to enjoy this beer with you.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
Yeah. But
I love Michelob Ultra.
It's good. It's good. It's a good beer.
It is a good
enjoy
beer.
It, and it's not filling. But I love craft beer. We have just around the block. We have Homage Brewing.
Okay.
From our Pomona location, in Riverside, across the way at the Food Lab, we have Beer Farm. Who they always got some good stuff on tap. Always, a bunch of cool crew over there. And then in Claremont. We have another small spot, and you got Claremont Brewery. You got it's quite a few breweries around there. So,
very cool.
Surrounded by craft beers.
It's such a cool thing, man. I had one of the guys from Belching Beaver in here a few weeks back, and we had a big beer episode, craft beer episode, and it's amazing what craft beer is, where it's going.
Yeah.
There's big beer companies that are going out of business. Because of craft beer, people want
buying them up.
Yeah,
like La Bodega.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, like
so did Rolling Rock. Rolling Rock got bought out recently by I don't know. I don't want to say a wrong name, but I think it's Coors, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and you got good stuff. Even down when you go down to Barrio Logan.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of where it started.
Thorn Brewery.
Yeah.
My homie Big Earn out there managing Thorn Brewery, doing his thing. They got, I think it's called the Lowrider Lager.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I gotta get some of that in here.
Yeah,
Maybe you could help me get some of that. Get a sample of that.
Those guys, man, nothing but love for those guys down in Logan. Milo and Caro, who'd run La Carreta and Por Vida and Coffee.
Por Vida Cafe. Yeah, I've been there, man. I've checked that out. I think I met him once.
You got Ernie, Becerra, who does Salud.
Oh yeah. I've definitely met him once.
I don't know the name of the owners, but Barrio Dogs, man, that's a good spot too. And they got their thing going, and everybody's just so welcoming. And of course, mad props and shout out to my camarada, Bobby Tribal doing his thing. I see rocking the tribal gear.
I see that, yeah, man.
But those guys, man, you go down there and it's nothing but love. It's just the vibe down there in Logan. It's awesome.
Yeah, I lived out there, man, for a minute. I lived in San Diego.
I remember that. Yeah,
for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years. They were definitely. I shot some stuff at Bobby's place, and
the Dream Factory,
and Dice. Dice was Dice was, man. He was so welcoming to me. Like he really went out of his way. Dice was a real big shout out to Dice one, man. You
got Teen Angel out there.
David over there.
Yep.
Yeah,
David. And they're all Feed My People, very welcome. You got Primo with his paleta carts, and I
love that pimped out paleta carts.
Yeah,
man.
That whole place, that whole warehouse, man. It's just like it's a goal for Nicole and I to have something like that eventually one day.
Oh man, you're on your way, man. I mean, you guys are doing big things, man. I mean,
we try, and it's not easy, but we'll keep pushing. Small business, especially in this time right now, it's challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Labor laws have changed. Minimum wages on the rise. There's different aspects, and in the restaurant industry, and respect to all other small business, whether it's clothing or nails and hair or whatever it is. Props to everybody doing it, because owning a small business is not for the faint of heart. That's for damn sure.
What is some of the bigger struggles?
I think the most challenging is sales. Keeping, you can have a great product, you can have a great concept, you can have a great product, but especially in the restaurant industry, it just got to have that. New customers, they're great. Everybody wants new customers, but it's the return. And I hate to call them customers, but clientele. Mm-hmm. It's the returners that you want, because they bring other people, and then they bring other people, and so it's like the snowball effect, and that's challenging because there's so much out there, so many options. So like when I have support like you who want to bring us on a podcast and talk about what we do, that helps, because someone who's going to see this podcast or listen to it is like, oh, Dia de los Puercos, let me check them out on Instagram. I'm like, oh man, 5150s, that looks bomb, and our concept is about the cultura, and people learn about it. And some people may be turned off by it and think, oh, it's cholo or it's gangster. And it's not what it is at all. And that's what we're trying to fix about our cultura. Is the first thing that pops into somebody's head when they see a lowrider, gangbanger.
Right.
Tattoos, gangbanger.
Yeah.
Baggy clothes, gangbanger. A Pendleton, gangbanger.
Absolutely.
And we're trying to change that. They see graffiti, gangbangers. That's not what we're about. La Cultura is a beautiful thing. And at Dia de los Puercos, as you know, we try and hit on sense memory. And when I talk to people, I love to talk to people that come into the restaurants. I explain to them like Ratatouille, my favorite movie of all time. At the end of the movie, he makes the food critic Ratatouille. He takes a bite, snaps him into his childhood and his mom making him Ratatouille. It's a peasant food, right?
Right.
And it brings him into the person that he really is, and cares about the food and is passionate about the food. So what we're trying to do through art, and that's why I referred to you knowing, is because you showcased your art.
Yeah.
Music, we play the rolas, the oldies, food, drink, you name it. We the lowriders, one of the simple, our menu is very simple. And one of the most simple things, and probably the thing that gets smirked at, but then gets praised, is our weenie taquitos. And people are like, oh man, my aunt or my mom, my grandmother used to make me not fried, but a tortilla rolled up with a weenie and put it in a napkin and say, get out of my way.
I remember, man, vividly. I've had them myself.
Yeah. Those things are amazingly simple, but they will slap you into childhood real quick.
The smell and the taste and seeing it. Yeah. All three of those things put together.
Yeah. And that's what we're about. And so the challenging thing about small business, I'll speak from restaurant, is probably staying busy. Everybody's got down times. November, December, January, toughest 3 months of the year because of the holidays. And if you can make it through that, you're going to be okay. And if anybody thinks that it's glamorous to own a business, or even having 3 locations makes you millionaires, I'll be the first to tell you you're absolutely wrong. Everything you make goes back into the business if you're committed to your business. It's a struggle, and it's something that I've been kind of juggling with. You go on social media and people are like, check out my Lambo, or check out my Bentley, or check out my stacks, or my Rolex, or my my $1,000 Yeezys, or whatever it is, like, check me out. But what they don't show is they're standing next to somebody else's Lambo, or
it's leased, or
they got some 20s on top of a bunch of stacked dollar bills,
for sure.
or the Yeezys are bought through, Poshmark,
yeah,
and the Rolex is a Folex. Like, they don't share those things,
right?
And so something I've been juggling around is switching up not the restaurant's Instagram, but El Chefe's Instagram, and do a daily thing where it's like, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm trying to work my way there and share my daily challenges.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing, man, because, okay, so in my experience recently, acknowledging that you have problems is a good thing, okay? Mm-hmm. Acknowledging that something needs to change is a good thing. Dwelling on it is a bad thing.
Horrible.
Okay? So acknowledge it, get it out there, get it out of your system, and then put it behind you, and then keep moving forward.
Definitely, because not acknowledging it and ignoring it, or staying laid up in bed, or locking yourself in your room, leads to depression. It leads to a sense of feeling alone, and you start to become blind to the people who are there for you. And I won't lie, like, I'm just coming out of that phase, but I was there, man. It was dark, like the dark times. I felt everywhere I turned I was going to be attacked, or someone was talking about me negatively, and realistically, not that people who support me don't matter, but the people that mattered, I started to not see them. My wife, my kids, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my family, my friends, and that's a tough one. Who's really a friend, and that became hard at that time. Who to trust? Who do I trust? And I think we I broke it down for you before we turned on the mics. Is I started to turn my life to the Lord, and I surround myself with people who are positive, and I think that's key. And like you said, not acknowledging your troubles just leads to bigger and worse issues, and if you face them and you realize that you have people there for you, like even people that you wouldn't even think, like, man, like sitting here talking with Victor, it's making my day better. My day had a rough start today. But he's sitting here talking to you about it, and you shared some things with me and I shared some things with you, and it eliminates that sense of loneliness,
Absolutely.
And, man, I'm not alone in it.
Absolutely.
So when you're running a business and things are not working, I won't say failing, because people are really afraid of that word. I'm not afraid of that word anymore. Thanks to people like Joe Rogan, Gary Vaynerchuk, just a few different people that I read about or listen to. Failure is not a bad thing.
No.
Your failure can be easily turned into something positive, a learning experience.
A learning experience.
Yeah. And if you show me a successful person, whether it's a millionaire, a billionaire, someone just comfortable, doesn't have to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. I would love to be a millionaire.
Yeah, but millionaires have millionaire problems
right.
too, man.
All I want to do is live comfortably.
Yeah.
That's it. And what does that mean? Like, it means just I can wake up in the morning and take a deep breath and smile and say, let's do this,
Yeah.
And that's living comfortably to me.
Yeah, man. I was there too, man. I was in a dark place, and there's this guy that I follow on YouTube. His name is Tucker Upper.
Okay.
And he's this dude from New Jersey, lives a pretty simple life, doesn't have a whole lot of money, but he's extremely happy. And he wakes up every morning and he walks outside on his YouTube channel and he says, what a great day. What a beautiful day, man. What a beautiful day in paradise. And he goes out and he does what he loves. He's a trash picker, man. He sells at the swap meets and he does, he's just that kind of, that dude. But his positivity and his outlook on life, it really made me look at my situation and think to myself, man, I gotta figure this out, man. This guy is living the dream, basically. And it's not about money, it's, of course, money. Everybody needs money. It's unfortunate, but we all need money. So whatever we do, it has to involve money. But being happy is a real big part of it too, man. If you have all that money and you're not happy,
what's the point?
What's the point, right?
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. I mean, you can have all the money in the world and not be happy. I mean, and if you show, like, I was about to say, if you show me somebody who's got tons of money that hasn't failed, then I'll show you somebody that was handed everything.
Yeah, definitely. That's a different thing. I mean, if you're handed everything and you start off in the world,
Yeah. Someone told me, and I'll always remember this forever. A really close friend and partner in the business, Richard Joy. The man at the top of the mountain wasn't placed there.
I like that.
Yeah. That's
one more time.
The man at the top of the mountain wasn't placed there.
Yeah, no, he got to how did he get to the mountain? You know what I mean? Like, that's the.
And everybody goes up the mountain different ways.
That's true.
There's, if you follow the trail, then that trail is going to have different challenges than it did for the other person.
Some guy's going to get there by getting dropped out of a plane, jumping out of a plane. He's going to get there. Everybody gets there different ways, man.
And not the guy getting dropped off at the top doesn't experience the.
It's true.
The climb to the top.
That's true.
So, and you're right. Like, you can have everything in the world, and at an instant, you're gone, and you can't take it with you.
Yeah.
The recent loss of the GOAT, Kobe,
oh, man.
and Gianna and the 7 other people on that helicopter. Yesterday, Kirk Douglas.
I was going to actually mention that to you too, man. Yeah, Kirk Douglas, 103 years old.
103, and his wife, she's 100, I believe. And it's and they're humanitarians. They gave back. Philanthropists. And it just it's crazy. It's how they gave back, and they showed a small piece of an interview with Kirk Douglas, and he said, "I'm going to leave this world the way I came into it, with absolutely nothing."
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
It's about giving back.
Yeah, it's about giving back, man. What a trip. I mean, 103 years old. That's
a life.
That's a hell of a life, man.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a life. I want to go back to really quickly the restaurants. Have you gotten into like the all these different services that Grubhub or all these?
Oh yeah. Well, at Riverside, it's a food lab, so everybody's got to be on the same system. So it's a system called Bbot. I think it's a new service, but they just opened the game lab right next door, which is like a barcade. So you can be in there, jump on the app, order your food, and then the app will let you know when it's ready.
Cool.
You can walk over to the food lab, which steps away, and get your food. Or you can order it from your office, and it'll let you know when it's ready. It's not so much a delivery.
Yeah.
It's more of an order ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Skip the line.
Yeah.
But in Claremont we have Uber Eats, DoorDash,
Perfect.
Postmates.
Yeah.
And
so if you guys are in that area, anyway, anybody listening out there in that area, man, I mean, you can get that amazing, great quality food delivered to your door.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, Pomona's a little more challenging of a city. It's a great city. The people there are great. It's on the rise. It's like the phoenix from the fire. But we're only open Friday night for Funky Fridays from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 9 and Sunday 11 to 8. And that's because Monday through Thursday or Friday afternoon it's pretty slow, but hopefully we can change that. We're doing some things in Pomona. I work with Fairplex. Once a year we do En Memoria, which is a Dia de los Muertos lowrider show.
When is that?
This year we're hoping for October 24th. We have a meeting next week to finalize the date.
Okay.
Last year, it's always in October. Last year, it was our third year, 2019. The first year we had about 500 people attend. The second year
great turnout.
We had about 800, and then last year we had over 5,000 people. Yeah. So
wow.
We had over 200 lowriders, and the cars are indoors. Only cars that were outdoor were from Elite Car Club, who co-host the car aspect of it with us. Shout out to the Dialbas and the guys from Elite.
Huge shout out to Elite, man.
Yeah,
that's another
they're
level.
Out of Pomona.
Another level, man.
3 generations.
Yeah.
They're in the Peterson Automotive Museum.
Some of them follow me. Will follow my photography page. Hopefully, I can get them to start following the podcast page. Great group of guys. Very talented.
Guys, very positive.
Very talented.
Shout out to all the low riders out there, car clubs, solo riders, the Vicleros, Vicleras, everybody. Thank you for supporting our Kailes, our cruise nights.
Hell yeah.
So we do En Memoria. We just last month we had the first, which is last Sunday of every month, Cruising Hope Boulevard, which has been going on for many years in Pomona.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. I went and experienced that recently, not recently, but maybe a year ago I went out.